This is something a little different.
All right.
Yes, I grew up an adult in a single-parent family. Been through a little bit of tragedy. Yes, I was around drugs and violence before the day that I started secondary, and that's part of it, not half of it. Get the picture, the rest ain't necessary. Growing up, got a little caught up, but that ain't even half of my life. I was also given the knowledge of self that is all we actually need to survive. If you saw me, age 9, reading Malcolm, just fine. Teachers still treated me stupid. Students that couldn't speak English, they put me in groups with. And the irony is, some of the first man to give me schooling, you were called gangsters. But I already explained that we know what the truth is. They used to say, don't be like me. Yeah, I got a name and dope on the street when night time comes. I can't sleep. It's the part that rappers don't speak. We don't hit the road because we're tough. Don't come out the room and want to sell drugs. If we got the right guidance and love, would we fight people just like us? How can I not the hustle to get by? How did you think I ate as a child? Judge no one, done many things wrong. Just don't boast about it in songs, but listen to my older bars. I was just as confused as you probably are, but you grow when you learn. Travel and cut, one too many man, you know, get cut. One too many man that could have been doctors, end up spending their whole life boxed up. You learn. If you study, it's all set out just to make them money. No cover. It's all about getting poor people to fight with one another, so it's logical that us killing our brothers, dissing our mothers is right in line with the dominant philosophy of our time, but time is a
Jeez!
Not a line. Comes back around, you regain your mind, you be ready for the energy of channeling my rhyme. Remedy the pedagogy, jeopardy your mind when
this God!
Is the crime. We can all fight with our brothers over crumbs. Harder to fight the one who makes money. We can all talk shit and get $2. Harder to be the one who seeks knowledge. If we understood economics with no money is nothing, think nothing of it. Money is a means to get wealth, not the wealth itself. And don't get confused, far from, bro, all that you see me do, I own, but I won't hang what I make around my neck. I know from where the diamonds came, but I do literally own a library that definitely costs more than your chain. And businesses, and property. Far from starving, I eat quite properly. And I don't care, I just teach the kids. You need to know you're not broke to listen. You don't know an asset from a liability. They've never been shown or told the difference. And so they don't change situation. The richest man in Britain
is Asian.
That's significant, that's right. Not coincidence. Asian people build businesses not by flossing, going out shopping, giving up their culture for everyone's profit. Who runs Bollywood? Indian people. Who runs our shit? So we shake our ass and dance as if racism just upped and vanished. Has it? No, it's right, of course. It's bad. Let me not just make sweeping statements. Give me a second. I'll explain it. For small amounts of drug possession, there's more black people in jail in America than there is for rape and armed robbery and murder all put together. You can say they're just locking up thugs, but imagine they imprison every middle class kid that had ever held drugs. Oh, that's right, that'd be your kid. See, it's bigger than that. What is going on with this? Prison in America is private business. They get paid $50K per year per inmate by the state. Just wait. Also legally are allowed to use their prison inmates as slaves. Cheap slave labour. Big corporations. They come out of jail and then they can't get a job. So when we celebrate going to jail, we're literally celebrating enslavement. Add to that the hood that you live in. Engineered social condition. The breeds crime. By design. Where do you think you get your 9? And you can say that they're just black. But I like to deal with facts. In the 1920s, you would have found in America black towns were prospering centres of economics and education to make you proud. But some people couldn't bear that the former slaves would not just lie down to the KKK and other hate groups. Burn those towns to the ground. Killing hundreds if it ain't understood. You think you were always living in a hood. It's only been 60 years since the hung blacks in Burnham, and that was so cool. There were day royal baskets, picnic baskets, even gave kids the day off school. Go see a lynching. Have a picnic. It's fun to watch the little monkeys die. And people act a little dysfunctional. You want to pretend that you don't know why. If the way you look means you can be killed and you're powerless to get justice about it, is it difficult to figure out how you would then end up feeling about it? And that ain't excuses. I'm just dealing with the roots of abuses that make a reality where a generation of young men speak of ourselves as dirt, casually. That's America. This, Britain. Something similar, some different. In this country, the first enslaved were the working class. What's changed? Worse jobs, worse conditions, most tax. Look where you live in. You go to the pub. Friday night, you will fight with a guy, don't know what for, won't fight with a guy in a suit and a tie who sends your kids to die in a war. They don't consider the rich and the politicians. It's your kids, the poor British, that they send to go and die in a foreign land. For these wars that you don't understand. And you say you are British, and that lovely patriotism they feed you, but in reality you have more in common with immigrants than with your leaders. I know. Both sides of my family, black and white, a fed ghetto mentality, reality in the system, poor people are dirt regardless of shade. But with that said, let's not pretend that everything is the same. When our grandparents came here to Britain, if you had a criminal record you couldn't get in. I'm going to repeat that. When our grandparents came here to Britain, if you had a criminal record, you couldn't get in. That ain't protected from all of the stupid abuses they would be living. Kicked in the teeth, stabbed in the street, many times firebombed our houses, put feces through our letterbox, and of course the cops did so much about it daily. Up to the 80s, people spitting in my fan because I was a coon baby. But of course, that has had no effect on why today we are crazy. None of this was for any good reason. They were just dark and breathing to ease the guilt now for all of this treatment. Constant stereotypes are needed. So if I celebrate how big that my dick is, bricks that I'm flipping, clips that I'm sticking, chicks that I'm hitting, I'm playing my position, but if I teach a kid to be a mathematician, messing with the schism, how are they going to fill a prison when materialism is no longer our religion? What do you think we got now in Britain? Just like America, private prison. Prison for profit. So that means when you lot go jail, people make money off it. So keep environments that breed crime, build more jails at the same time, market badness to the kids in the rhymes, long as rich kids ain't dying, it's fine. Get them to the point where some are so lost, they actually believe if they don't celebrate killing themselves off, it's because they're soft. Was Malcolm soft? Was Marley soft? Tell me, was Marcus Garvey soft? Well, was Muhammad Ali soft? Nah, I think not. But it's cool. Being on road is all we could do. But we don't control the wholesale production, so who benefits from us moving the food? All thinking there's no way out of road life. But Malcolm X used to hustle on the roadside. And Marcus Garvey organised more than 6 million people with no Facebook or Twitter. Why is it something you can't equal? Shit. One of my own homeboys did a 10 straight in the boxing yard. Now what's he doing? Passing his doctorate. Don't tell me that it's too hard. Who trained you to believe you're inferior? Songbo Eredo in Nigeria are the remains of an ancient moat, dug 1,000 years ago. 20 meters wide, 70 down. Round the remains of an ancient town that's 400 square miles around. 400 square miles around. London today's only 600 square miles, by the way. Please don't believe me. It was a documentary on BBC, but we ain't studying history. Too busy watching MTV. And MTV said, wear platinum. Now everybody want to go and wear platinum. MTV said, pop magnums. Now everybody want to go and pop magnum. If MTV said, drink prune juice, you start hearing that in tunes. Hey, today I never wore my Cartier. Is it now less important what I got to say? Oh, and I drive a Mercedes, by the way, so everybody listen to what I got to say. Does that make you all happy? Ah, but shit, my head's still nothing. Think for myself. Oh, but shit, my head's still nappy. Think for myself, so some mad at me. But on the mic ain't not one bad as me. All of this here is good for the rhymes. It put us in the same place at the same time, and it's clear to everybody I'm out of my mind. Some of these guys are running out of the rhymes, clear to everybody that has got ears. I'm the guy that they just might fear, they don't want to get near, but they can't have a pair or dear. I'm hard looking, you just like beer. Front on the kids for another 5 years, but come to my shows and some cry tears mean that much to it. It's a movement. I speak for myself. No, I don't speak for myself, but a unit, black, white, man, woman, anyone who respects truth we put in. Dudes are like, no dinner, we're just pudding. Yeah, you're sweet, but no substance, pudding. So you can never ever be with 11. Arsenals get played out them 11. We speak for the people properly, not for the old fat guys in offices and the girls love him. It ain't fair. You can't even be bothered to comb his hair. Anyway, that's enough kissing my own arse. Back to the more important task of being so shower. I got half the hood screaming, knowledge is power. And I ain't saying that I change rap back, but I do know this for a fact. Right now there's a youth on your block with his hands on his face screwed up. Sway don't care, don't give a f, let the words go in. Open your shack covers. Once that's happened, there is no going backwards. You start to see what is really happening. Who the enemy you should be attacking is. So read. Stuck on the block. Read. Sitting in the box. Read. Don't let them say what you can achieve. Because when people are enslaved, one of the first things they do is stop them reading. Because it is well understood that intelligent people will take their freedom. Because if we knew our power, we would understand we can't be held down. If we knew our power, we would not elevate not one of these clowns. If we knew our power, we wouldn't get arrogant when we get 2 pennies. If we knew our power, we would see what everybody sees, that we're rich already. But never mind, MCs go run for your mummy. I'm hungry, I run for my tummy. That's enough. Back to worshipping money. I'm off. Back to the study.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Jeez, Akala 2011.
Pleasure, man. Listen, you
Akala 2011.
smash them exams. You only get one shot at it. You're not going to gain nothing by not putting your all into it. Get what you need to get. Do what you need to do.